Yes. Yes, please. Hawaiian pizza, mild wings and mild chicken fingers, and an extra side, extra small side of nitro sauce. In 1 hour, please. No, nitro sauce, small side. And that's it? A three, please. All right, thank you.
Padre, del Hijo, del Espíritu Santo. Amén. La gracia de nuestro Señor Jesucristo, el amor del Padre y la comunión del Espíritu Santo estén con todos vosotros. Hermanos, para celebrar dignamente los sagrados misterios, reconozcamos nuestros pecados. Yo confieso ante Dios Todopoderoso y ante vosotros, hermanos, que he pecado mucho, de pensamiento, palabra, obra y omisión. Por mi culpa, por mi culpa, por mi gran culpa. Por eso ruego a Santa María, siempre Virgen, a los ángeles, a los santos, y a vosotros, hermanos, que intercedéis por mí ante Dios nuestro Señor. Dios Todopoderoso tenga misericordia de nosotros, perdone nuestros pecados y nos lleve a la vida eterna. Amén. Oremos. Padre misericordioso, que nunca dejas de tu mano a quienes has hecho arraigar en tu amistad, concédenos vivir siempre movidos por tu amor y un filial temor de ofenderte por nuestro Señor Jesucristo. Amén. Please be seated. Primera lectura.
Lectura del libro de la sabiduría. Las almas de los justos están en las manos de Dios y no los alcanzará ningún tormento. Los insensatos pensaban que los justos habían muerto, que su salida de este mundo era una desgracia y su salida de entre nosotros una completa destrucción. Pero los justos están en paz. La gente pensaba que sus sufrimientos eran un castigo, pero ellos esperaban confiadamente la inmortalidad. Después de breves sufrimientos recibirán una abundante recompensa, pues Dios los puso a prueba y los halló dignos de sí. Los probó como oro en el crisol y los aceptó como un holocausto agradable. Los que confían en el Señor comprenderán la verdad, y los que son fieles a su amor permanecerán a su lado, porque Dios ama a sus elegidos y cuida de ellos. Palabra de Dios.
Segunda lectura, second reading.
Lectura del apóstol San Pablo a los romanos. Hermanos y hermanas, todos los que hemos sido incorporados a Cristo Jesús por medio del bautismo, hemos sido incorporados a su muerte. En efecto, por el bautismo fuimos sepultados con Él y en su muerte, para que así como Cristo resucitó de entre los muertos, porque la gloria del Padre, así también nosotros llevamos una vida nueva. Por lo tanto, si hemos muerto en Cristo, estamos seguros de que también viviremos con Él. Pues sabemos que Cristo, una vez resucitado entre los muertos, ya nunca morirá. La muerte ya no tiene dominio sobre Él. Palabra de Dios.
Good, please stand.
Aleluya, aleluya, aleluya. Aleluya, aleluya, aleluya. La diestra del Señor hecho prodigios. La diestra del Señor nos ha salvado. Aleluya, aleluya, aleluya. Aleluya, aleluya, aleluya.
El Señor esté con vosotros. Lectura del Santo Evangelio según San Juan. Gloria a ti, Señor Jesús. En aquel tiempo Jesús dijo a sus discípulos: no pierdan la paz si creen en Dios. Crean también en mí. En la casa de mi Padre hay muchas habitaciones. Si no fuera así, yo se lo habría dicho a ustedes, porque voy a prepararles un lugar. Cuando me vaya y les prepare un sitio, volveré y los llevaré conmigo, para que donde yo esté, estén también ustedes. Y ya saben el camino para llegar al lugar a donde voy. Entonces Tomás le dijo: Señor, no sabemos a dónde vas. ¿Cómo podemos saber el camino? Jesús le respondió: no soy el camino, la verdad y la vida. Nadie va al Padre si no es por mí. Palabra del Señor. Gloria a ti, Señor Jesús. Please be seated. My dear friends, dearly beloved Rosalba, daughters, grandkids, friends and family. First of all, let me say thank you for joining me here. To remember Louis, a humble man, very hardworking, always giving. We Catholics are a Eucharist-centered community. our faith action, heart is the Eucharist. And they ask, what is there so much about it? What is in it? You preach for the last 2,000 plus years, you've been preaching and faithfully coming together, offering it, celebration of the Eucharist. What is it? It was Pope Benedict before, the present Pope, who answered. No, Eucharist is going to be relevant forever, unless and until we become Eucharist. Until we become Eucharistic. Basically, what he meant, until that day, we all can say, I have become a bread that is broken. My life has become a cup that is being shared. That may not happen in my lifetime. I may never become a cup that is being shared. My life may never become like a piece of bread being broken and shared. No. So that was Pope Benedict's answer. Until we all become fathers and mothers, grandparents, priests, children, brothers, sisters, we all become like bread broken and shared, cup shared with others. Eucharist will always be relevant, will continue to be the centerpiece of our faith. Why I say this? We have celebrated a Mass here in memory of Louis. He was close to that. Louis, by his life, he was like a bread being broken to his family, to his children, to his friends, to everyone who crossed his path, bread broken and shared. That's the thought came. He was. That's the purpose of life. Doesn't matter if I live 90, 100, if I don't become a piece of bread being broken and shared, something is missing in my life. So that's what Louis is. He has become a bread being broken for his family, for everyone who came to him in his life. Very hard work. He was faithful to that baptismal call. Remember, at baptism, they made a sign of the cross. That's the first thing the priest bless you with the sign of the cross. Then the parents bless you with the sign of the cross. Then the godparents bless you with the sign of the cross on your forehead. That is the first step that you made as a follower of Jesus. The first step. Maybe 3 months or 6 months, a year. That means life is hard work and cross. A life is sacrifice. Whether you are a priest or a bishop or a father or a mother or a brother or a sister or a good neighbor, the heart of your life, the road to happiness and peace, your willingness to give, your willingness to be prepared. We have heard of some parents. I have heard of my mother when we were there in a new place. She would always go hungry in the evening because there will someone show up for dinner. She will give and serve and serve. Finally, she won't have time to cook for herself. It's my sisters told me when I grew older. Mom went to bed hungry. That means sacrifice is the heart of our life. It doesn't matter what station you are in, what you do with your life, what vocation you follow. That's, I think that was very hard work for his family, his, his children and grandchildren. So thank you for being here to remember. When we remember, we are present. That's what remember. It's not like I forgot my keys. Where did I put it? Oh, now I know. No, that's not the remembrance we are doing now. The remembrance is you are present. You go back in time and you are present to Him. That's remembrance. That's the kind of remembrance we do. It's like certain things that has happened to you, joyful or sad things that has happened to you in your life. When you remember, you are there. Again, you are there. Therefore, when you remember, Louis, you are present. He is present just as he was. So Louis must be very happy now, looking down upon you. Thank you for remembering. That means I am there with you. When you remember me, that's what it says. I am there with you. I live in your hearts. I live in your minds. I live in those stories. I live in those times that we spend together. He must be saying, thank you for that. As long as you remember me, I'm okay, I'm good. Because I'm with you. I'm not far. So remember me. Don't forget. That's what Jesus said at the last, after he broke bread, gave to the disciples. Do this in remembrance of me. We say that at every Mass. Do this in remembrance of me. That means when you remember, it's not this. You are there. You be there. I will be there. I'll be with you every time you come together. That's the kind of remembrance I'm thankful to you. You are here to remember him, be present to him, and he becomes one of you, one with you. Only thing physically he's missing. You cannot touch him the way we do. No, physically. But that's not the whole story. We all have been so far. I have not seen my family in 3+ years. Doesn't mean that I am far. They are so close to me. Close to me. Therefore, it's not physical distance that matters. He is still with you. And he accompanies you. You can talk to him. He will intercede on your behalf. That's the important piece. That's what communion of saints means. In the credo, we always say, and we believe in the communion of saints. It means we are one family. Those who are here on earth, those who will join us late, newborns, those who have passed on, we make one family. We are close. That's what communion. He become part of the communion of saints. That means we can intercede. He can intercede on our behalf. He can talk to Jesus, talk to Mary, and ask for, hey, my family needs this. My daughters came to me asking this. You do it. Like Mary said, hey, they have run out of wine. A big feast, wedding. It's embarrassing. Nothing spiritual about it. Mary said at the wedding feast at Cana, they don't have wine, do something. Nobody knew. The apostles said, what are we to do? Go and ask him. Do what he says. Do what he says. That's what they said. He said, fill the whole jars with water. He blessed it. That's the power of intercession. Mary did. Go. Do what he tells you. So that's how faith testifies. He's alive. He's with us. And thank you for remembering him. And he's looking down upon you, watching. Hey, I'm with you. I feel it. I can see you. May I ask you to please stand? Was the second lector? Hermanos, hagamos ahora una oración comunitaria para pedir al Señor Dios nuestro, no solo por nuestro hermano, que ha muerto, sino también por la Iglesia, por la paz y por nuestra salvación.
Por los pastores de la Iglesia Universal, para que lo que predican de la palabra lo practiquen en las obras. Todos, óyenos, Señor.
Óyenos, Señor.
Por todos los que están afligidos en su alma y en su cuerpo, que nunca piensen que han sido abandonados por Dios. Óyenos,
Óyenos,
Señor.
Señor.
Que Dios libre el alma de su hijo Luis del poder de las tinieblas y del lugar de los sufrimientos. Óyenos, Señor.
Señor.
Que Dios lo establezca junto a la región de la luz y de la paz. Óyenos,
Óyenos,
Señor.
Señor.
Que Dios le conceda la felicidad en compañía de sus santos y elegidos. Óyenos, Señor. Por nuestros parientes y bienhechores difuntos, que Dios los tenga en la luz de su gloria. Óyenos, Señor.
Dios creador y redentor de todos los fieles, concede a las almas de tus hijos y de tus hijas el perdón de todos sus pecados, para que por nuestras piadosas súplicas consigan la indulgencia que siempre desearon, tú que vives reinas por los siglos de los siglos. Amén. Please be seated. The family can bring the gifts. hermanos, para que este sacrificio mío vuestro sea agradable a Dios, Padre Todopoderoso. Y el Señor reciba de tu mano sacrificio para alabanza y gloria de su nombre para nuestro bien, el de toda su santa iglesia. Al ofrecerte el sacrificio de la reconciliación humana, te rogamos, Señor, que Jesucristo, tu Hijo, conceda a todos los pueblos los bienes de la unidad y de la paz. Por Jesucristo nuestro Señor. Amén. El Señor esté con vosotros. Levantemos el corazón. Demos gracias al Señor nuestro Dios. Y en verdad y es justo y necesario es nuestro deber y salvación darte gracias, Padre Santo, siempre en todo lugar por Jesucristo, tu Hijo amado, por el que es tu palabra, hiciste todas las cosas, tú nos lo enviaste, para que, hecho hombre por obra del Espíritu Santo y nacido de María la Virgen, fuera nuestro Salvador y Redentor. El cumplimiento de tu voluntad para destruir la muerte y manifestar la resurrección. Extendió sus brazos en la cruz y se adquirió para ti un pueblo santo. Por eso con los ángeles y los santos proclamamos tu gloria diciendo: Santo eres en verdad, Señor, fuente de toda santidad. Por eso te pedimos que santifiques estos dones con la efusión de tu Espíritu, de manera que sean para nosotros cuerpo y sangre de Jesucristo nuestro Señor, el cual cuando iba entregado a su pasión voluntariamente aceptada, tomó pan dándote gracias, lo partió y lo dio a sus discípulos diciendo: tomad y comed todos de él, porque esto es mi cuerpo que será entregado por vosotros.
Señor mío y Dios mío, bendito seas por siempre, Señor.
Del mismo modo, acabada la cena, tomó el cáliz y dándote gracias de nuevo, le pasó a sus discípulos diciendo: tomad y bebed todos de él, porque este es el cáliz de mi sangre, sangre de la alianza nueva y eterna, que será derramada por vosotros, por todos los hombres, para el perdón de los pecados. Haced esto en conmemoración mía. Este es el sacramento de nuestra fe.
Anunciamos tu muerte, proclamamos tu resurrección, oh, ven, Señor Jesús.
Así pues, Padre, al celebrar ahora el memorial de la muerte y resurrección de tu Hijo, te ofrecemos el pan de vida, el cáliz de salvación. Y te damos gracias porque nos dignaste servirte en tu presencia. Te pedimos humildemente que el Espíritu Santo congregue en la unidad y cuando participamos del cuerpo y sangre de Cristo. Acuérdate, Señor, de tu iglesia extendida por toda la tierra, con el Papa Francisco, con nuestro obispo Daniel, todos los pastores que cuidan de tu pueblo. Llévala a su perfección por la caridad. Acuérdate también de nuestros hermanos que se durmieron en la esperanza de la resurrección. De todos los que han muerto en de misericordia, admítelos a contemplar la luz de tu rostro. Ten misericordia de todos nosotros, así con María, la Virgen, Madre de Dios, los apóstoles y cuantos vivieron en tu amistad, a través de los tiempos, merezcamos por tu Hijo Jesucristo, comparte la vida eterna y cantar tu alabanza. Por Cristo, con Él, en el de Dios Padre Omnipotente, en la unidad del Espíritu Santo, todo honor, toda gloria, por los siglos de los siglos. Let's join hands together and pray together. Fieles a la recomendación del Salvador y siguiendo su divina enseñanza, nos atrevemos a decir:
Padre nuestro, que estás en el cielo, santificado sea tu nombre,
Líbranos de todos los males, Señor, y concédenos la paz en nuestros días, para que, ayudados por tu misericordia, vivamos siempre libres de pecado, protegidos de toda perturbación, mientras esperamos la gloriosa venida de nuestro Salvador Jesucristo. Tuyo es el reino, tuyo el poder y la gloria por siempre, Señor. Señor Jesucristo, que dijiste a tus apóstoles: la paz os dejo, mi paz os doy. No tengas en cuenta nuestros pecados, sino la fe de tu iglesia, conforme a tu palabra, concédele la paz y la unidad. Que vivas, reinas por los siglos de los siglos. La paz del Señor esté siempre con vosotros. Davos fraternalmente la paz. Este es el Cordero de Dios que quita el pecado del mundo. Dichosos los invitados a la cena del Señor. Señor, no soy digno de que entre en mi casa para una palabra tuya. Bastará para sanarme. Amén. Those of you who would like to receive communion, may please come. Others may please be seated. before we conclude this. Remembering Louis is a beautiful story, lived to its fullness. And as I said, like bread being broken and shared, cup being shared. It was his life. He loved hard work and sacrifice. And thank you for remembering him. That means once again we are united as one family. There is tomorrow we celebrate the feast of Our Lady of Guadalupe, and we have something new to Holy Cross. That prayer garden you will see just outside the gathering space that is newly built. That tall statue of Our Lady of Guadalupe, and fountains and lights and benches all around, flowers. There is that beautiful saying, no estoy yo aquí, que soy tu madre. That's a word we can take to our home, to our hearts. You know, she appeared to Juan Diego, was just a nobody, a little kid. He was a poor indigenous person. Does not even have decent clothes, not enough money or food to have 3 meals a day. Just live on a daily basis, survive. Mary appeared to him to show her solidarity with the lowest, the least, and the lowest, the solidarity. And asked him to go and talk to the archbishop, build a shrine for me. He was so nervous. Who am I? How can I get into his palace? They won't even let me in. No, you go and tell him to build a shrine for me. He went, hesitantly he went. The archbishop didn't pay any attention. Somehow he lost his way. He found by mistake he came to the house, the palace, bishop's palace. Forget it. Someone who is a little off mind. He went back to mother. Mother appeared to him. Did you? Yes, I did. But he didn't pay attention. Go back again. Okay, he went back. He was nervous. He didn't want to. And then second time, Archbishop asked, bring me a sign, show me a sign that you are genuine. He went back and mother appeared to him and told him again. And true. That's when you have that sign of roses and the tilma, the story of Tilma. He went back he didn't want to do that. His uncle got sick. He was running. Instead of doing what Mary asked him, he was running for a priest. Find a priest to give last rites to his uncle. So he didn't go. And that's when mother appeared to him again. That she said that. Yo estoy aquí, que soy tu madre. Don't you know that I'm here, your mother? Why do you forget that? Remember that in this time of sense of loss, there is nothing we can do. We all will go through that door. But always remember, we are never alone. We are never alone. Like Mary who said, why do you forget? The prophet said, even if your mother forgets you, I'm not going to forget you. I'm not going to abandon you. Therefore, that's what she said. Why do you get so nervous, so afraid, so fearful? I'm your mother. I'm here with you. I ask you to go with that thought. Jesus' mother is with you in your loss. Okay? May I ask you to please stand for the final blessing. Antes de separarnos, despidámonos de nuestro hermano. Que nuestro último adiós exprese nuestro afecto por él, mitigue nuestra tristeza, fortalezca nuestra esperanza. Un día los saludaremos de nuevo con alegría cuando el amor de Cristo, amor que lo conquista todo, aniquile hasta la misma muerte. Confiados en Dios, juntos hemos orado por Luis. Ahora llegamos al último adiós. Hay tristeza en el adiós, pero nos fortalece en la esperanza de que un día veremos a Luis, gozaremos de nuevo de su amistad. Aunque nos dispersemos abatidos por el dolor, la misericordia de Dios nos congregará nuevamente en el goce de su reino. Por tanto, consolémonos mutuamente en la fe de ese Cristo. Vengan en su ayuda santos de Dios, salgan a su encuentro ángeles del Señor. Reciban su alma y preséntenla ante el Altísimo. Cristo, que te llamo, te reciba, y los ángeles te conduzcan al regazo de Abraham. Concédele, Señor, el descanso eterno. Brille para él la luz perpetua. A tus manos, Padre de bondad, encomendamos el alma de nuestro hermano Luis, con la firme esperanza de que resucitará el último día, con todos los que han muerto en Cristo. Te damos gracias por todos los dones con que lo enriqueciste. A lo largo de su vida, en ellos reconocemos un signo de tu amor y de la comunión de los santos. Acoge las oraciones que te presentamos por este hermano que acaba de dejarnos, abrirle las puertas de tu mansión, a sus familiares y amigos, y a todos nosotros que hemos quedado en este mundo. Concédenos saber consolarnos con palabras de fe, hasta que también nos llegue el momento de volver a reunirnos con Él. Junto a ti en el gozo de tu reino eterno. Por Jesucristo nuestro Señor. Amén. We conclude our service here. Once again, thank you for joining us. If any of you would like to place a donation, there is a basket in the gathering space. And whatever little placed there, I will offer Mass in memory of Luis, and I will let the family know when those Masses are being offered, what day, what time, and we will also publish that in our weekly bulletin. But Rosalba, we will let her know when those Masses are being offered. You can join us if your schedule permits to pray for Luis and his family. Everyone who has been and who is close to his heart. So please be mindful, and once again, thank you for being here. El Señor esté con vosotros. La bendición de Dios Todopoderoso, Padre, Hijo y Espíritu Santo, descienda sobre vosotros. La alegría del Señor sea nuestra fuerza. Podéis ir en paz. Demos gracias a Dios.